All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm 13WMAZ meteorologist Alex Forbes. We are coming on Facebook Live, our website, and YouTube right now for a severe thunderstorm warning for the far northern parts of our area. This includes the northern half of Monroe County, so just north of Forsyth and into southern Butts County, Jasper County, Pike, and Lamar County also included in this. The severe thunderstorm warning issued for 60-mile-an-hour winds and some large hail, about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. This all radar indicated as of now, but could cause some damage regardless across the area. So let's dig into it a little bit. Check out first the hail size, because we have seen a little bit of hail within this storm. Let me take this full here. And you can see just to the north there of Barnesville, this is Lamar County. So between Milner and Barnesville right now, hail that's approaching an inch in diameter, but also some strong winds in this area. So let me flip this over to base velocity really fast. And you can kind of see here in the Barnesville area, or just to the north and to the east of the Barnesville area, that's where we have some strong winds now. So if I query that, let's see if we can get some, oh, that's going to pop up the warning there. Let me turn off the warnings really fast. And then we can query and see about 40 to 50-mile-an-hour winds. This is just to the west of Interstate 75 right now. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning, Butts, Jasper, Lamar, Monroe, and Pike counties. This is going to run for the next 25 minutes or so as this storm continues in motion. Let's see how fast it is moving. I believe it is to the east at 50, but let me double check. Yes, east at 50. So let me flip this back over here to the radar, and we'll put a storm track on it and kind of see where the heaviest parts of the storm is. So we're going to be talking about northern Monroe County over the next little while. So this is the most intense part of the storm there, moving to the east at about 50-ish. So it looks like High Falls about 226, Blount about 230, Cork about 237, Gladesville about 243. Excuse me. And so that's what we're looking at over the next hour or so. So the warning running for about 25 minutes, although the storm track is for about an hour. So this all part of a larger system. Let me zoom out really fast and you can see what I'm talking about. This line of storms that is sliding through the area. The front itself to our north, we have several flash flood warnings up in metro Atlanta, northern Georgia. But I also want to draw your attention down to the south. We had a tornado warning earlier today, in fact, about an hour ago, in Turner County, which is just outside of our area right here. The storm just north of Fitzgerald now, but all of these little storms are rotating. They're not rotating strong enough for us to put a tornado warning on them per se, but we're going to keep an eye on them. So we're watching southern Crawford County, we're watching just south of Dublin, we're also watching over towards Vidalia, just to the north of Fitzgerald. Looks like we're getting, that is a different kind of weather alert for a different location, so we'll ignore that. Let me drill this down in here into Crawford County. Again, we're on right now because of the severe thunderstorm warning up in Monroe County, but I want to draw your attention to the storm down here in Crawford County as well, because I've been watching that really flare up in the amount of lightning it's seen, and notice how it kind of has that arc feature to it. As of now, the National Weather Service has what's called a special weather statement on it, and that means there is an enhanced risk for a brief tornado is what they're calling it. So let me flip over to the velocity and you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. You know, we look for when reds meet green, and that's what we're seeing there in far southern Crawford County. So this is the Crawford-Peach County line here. You've got Taylor and Macon counties here, so headed up in the general direction of southern Bibb County. Again, just something we're keeping an eye on through the next little while. And it's important to note, it's something that we all meteorologists watch, is the amount of lightning we see in a storm and how quickly it changes. We've had 18 lightning strikes within the past 10 minutes, and that is a significant uptick from what we had been seeing across the area. So if you're just now tuning in, let me reset and show you what we're watching. A severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Butts, Lamar, Jasper, Monroe, Pike County also included in there until about 2:45 tonight, or this afternoon. And that is part of the main line that is rolling through the area. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this storm. It's moving to the east at about 50 miles an hour. I just did a storm track a minute ago. It looks like it's headed towards the High Falls area. That's going to be the next location. In fact, you're already seeing a lot of rain there, but the gusty wind's about to move in. Juliet, not too far away. This is going to stay to the north of Forsyth. The other thing I want to note is that if you are in Bolingbroke right now, you're getting a thunderstorm, but that is not the severe thunderstorm warning. I think I just heard a beep somewhere. We'll see I don't think so. I think I'm just hearing things. All right. So there we go with this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, Bolingbroke getting a storm, technically not included in the warning right now. The warning is for northern Monroe County from Forsyth up to High Falls. So if you're north of Forsyth and it's not raining yet, it's going to be raining fairly shortly, and severe thunderstorm is on its way in. Also, noting that we're getting a few lightning strikes out ahead of the storm. So even if it's not raining in your location right now, you can still get the cloud-to-ground lightning strikes there, and it's dangerous to you. So if you're outside in Berner, Juliet, even southern Jasper County, just see how far away that one lightning strike is from the core of the storm. That's going to remain a possibility. Now, once the storm rolls through, we're not done. There's another storm that's kind of interesting right behind it. That is Meriwether County, off to the west of the storm, and it's got a little notch in there as well. Also, I'm noticing there in Bolingbroke, a little notch. So let's check out some of the velocities on this. And nothing catching my eye there. This storm here is weakly broadly rotating. Notice how the rotation is very big. It's not in a confined area, so not too concerned about it. And over here in Meriwether County, not really seeing anything catching my eye yet. Since we're on velocity, let me go check out some of these other storms. Again, watching Peach County, there's Fort Valley. Watching that storm exhibiting some broad rotation there. You can see the greens and reds together. And then down to the south, it looks like Turner County once again. We're watching this area here, just to the north of Fitzgerald. This is interesting here in Telfair County. This is between Jacksonville and Milan. And there's McRae there. So this headed in that general direction. We'll be keeping an eye on that. I'd say of these three, the Ashburn one is the most interesting to me down here. So that'd be coming across the Turner County line outside of the 13 WMAZ viewing area. But that is what we're watching. Toombs County is not in our area. They just got a significant weather advisory for the storm there. That makes sense. They're just to the south of Vidalia. So again, lay of the land, several thunderstorms ahead of a front that is rolling through through northern Georgia. It's going to roll through central Georgia through the afternoon today. And we've got these discrete storms out ahead of it that we're watching for any kind of rotation. But a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Monroe County and Lamar counties. Those are the two counties in our area that are included in that until 2:45. So this is going to run for the next 15-ish minutes or so. And then we're going to keep an eye on these other storms. The threat for damaging winds in northern Monroe County right now, winds up to about 60 miles an hour, and hail about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. So let's check out the hail. We haven't done that in a few minutes. So here we go here. And it looks like it's staying just under an inch. Okay. So we are updating the severe thunderstorm warning now. When it comes back on, you're going to see a tornado possible box pop up on the screen, and here we go. So this is now a severe thunderstorm warning for a tornado possible, not quite a tornado warning, but this does put us one step closer to a tornado warning now in Monroe County. So let's check out some of the velocity on this. And I believe they're looking just to the north of Forsyth here. Yeah, this would be the area right in there. It would be right in here. So this is 42 and 83. Downtown Forsyth is here. 75 is here. The Georgia Public Safety Training Center is right here. The truck stops are right there. The way station. So this is coming into Forsyth. That is why the tornado possible tag has now been added to this. So we're watching some broad rotation now just to the north of Forsyth. This is northern Monroe County, headed in the general direction of Berner and Juliet. Heads up Jones County, heads up southern Jasper County. This would be headed in your general direction. Not Monticello, not Gray, but it would be the area between Monticello and Round Oak over towards Stanfordville, if that tightens. Right now, this is just exhibiting broad rotation, but as we head into the minutes ahead, it has the potential to tighten up, in which case we would pull the trigger on a tornado warning. And by we, I mean the National Weather Service would pull the trigger on a tornado warning. So that is the status of things now. So that is the tightest rotation we have in the area now. That is moving between Berner and Juliet, or will move between Berner and Juliet, crossing Interstate 75 right now at the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, at the way stations there on 75 as you come across the turn after Johnsonville Road. And it's going to be on the east side of 75 here in just a moment. Again, Berner and Juliet. Not a good idea to be outside in those areas right now. We haven't pulled the trigger on a tornado warning, so there is not an immediate threat of a tornado. So you don't need to take action just yet inside your house, but I would recommend being inside at this moment. Let's see. Look at this from two different radar sites. So what we're seeing here is this is the radar site in Jeffersonville. What our radar does is it, depending on the location, picks out the closest radar and shows us that radar's reading of it. So what we're seeing here is Jeffersonville. Now, if I move this a little closer to Peachtree City, it flips to the Peachtree City radar. And let's see. So this is a new severe thunderstorm warning now for Crawford, Peach, Houston, and southern Bibb, it looks like. Again, tornado possible tag on it. We've been watching this rotation. I was just talking about this rotation just to the north of the Fort Valley area. So a new severe thunderstorm warning now, Bibb, Crawford, Houston, and Peach counties. Tornado possible. Hail just under an inch in diameter, winds up to 60 miles an hour. Nickel-sized hail. It's moving to the east at 35. So let me put a storm track on this storm now. This is moving into Fort Valley. I was just talking about the lightning just a minute ago. In fact, let me take this full. This is, again, Peach County is going to be the core of the storm here. So let me just get the most intense parts here and say 35. So Powersville, 241, Byron, 243, Centerville, 251, and then Warner Robins about the 3 o'clock hour. That is the plan as of now for this new severe thunderstorm warning for the threat of damaging winds, hail just under an inch in diameter, and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, as we've been seeing through the afternoon. So this is going to move across 75 right near Buc-ee's, just to the south of Byron, it looks like. So we would be talking about, Route 96, Russell Parkway, Hoosiers Mill Road. That area is where it would cross 75, and that is going to happen here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So 2 severe thunderstorm warnings now. We've got the one up in northern Monroe County, and then we've got the one in Crawford and Peach County, and northern Houston included in that. It goes just over to Warner Robins. So if you're in Peach County right now, again, we're talking just to the north of Fort Valley. This is essentially going to ride 49 all the way up to Byron is what it's looking like. So let's get some roads in here just to give you a heads up because it does have this tornado possible tag. So this is 49 here, Peach County High School, about halfway between Byron and Fort Valley. It's in that general area. A lot of lightning near Taylor's Mill now, and that's going to move excuse me, closer to Byron here in the next little bit. Let me check in on the velocity on this one a little again, because I think this is now our most impressive storm that we have across the area. Again, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. This is one of them. The rotation there near Fort Valley, the structure on it is very interesting. But then also here in northern Monroe County, this is Jones County, not included in the warning just yet. Parts of southwestern Jasper County is, but some broad rotation there now past the Georgia Public Safety Trading Center in 75 and parts of rural Monroe County. It's going to pass between Juliet and Berner. That is the most intense part of the storm too. Let's check in on the hail on this one. And you can see the hail lagging just a bit from the heaviest winds, so that the hail is now coming across Johnstonville Road just to the north of the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, and that would put it in line for Berner. So if you're near Berner, I know it's not a heavily populated area, could have some small hail inbound. So between Berner and Juliet, here's Lake Juliet here just to the east of Forsyth. So going to the north of Lake Juliet, of course, we've got the power plant there. This is going to be headed more in a line of Bernerville. But that is, again, just the hail. We're watching this little area right here for a potential tornado, which is why we have the tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm warning. This isn't the first severe thunderstorm warning we've seen with a tornado possible tag on it today. We've seen one down to the south, down near Telfair, Wheeler counties. We also had a tornado warning earlier in Turner County, which is technically just outside of the 13 WMAZ viewing area. So that's why we didn't go on air for that one. But of course, Courtney was here on Facebook Live and on our website and on YouTube, let you know what was going on. So these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings now, and we just got one there in Alabama. So 2:45 is when this one runs until. We could see an extension on that here in the next 10 minutes or so. The one down towards Crawford and Peach County, that is going to be until 3:15. Getting something in from the Weather Service now. Telfair and Wheeler counties, a significant weather advisory for an enhanced risk of a brief tornado. Okay, so we've got 3 storms we're watching now for a tornado risk. We've got the one in northern Monroe County, which is part of this main line here. We've got a discrete cell out ahead of this main line, which includes a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Bibb, Crawford, Peach, and Houston counties. And now we're watching Telfair, Wheeler counties. You can kind of see that arc there for an enhanced risk of a brief tornado across the region. That is where things stand now. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning just across the Alabama state line. You can see there, that looks like the Tuskegee area just to the west of Auburn. That will come across the Georgia state line as the whole front sags south through the afternoon hours. So all of that to say, we're going to have a very long afternoon here. We've got this severe thunderstorm watch going until 9 p.m. tonight, and this is the lay of the land for now. So severe thunderstorm watch, all the counties you see here in yellow until 9 p.m. I suspect that'll be trimmed back as we head through the evening hours as the line of storms comes through. Once you're on the back edge of the storms, you'll be cleared out of the watch. But for now, these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and this significant weather advisory down there in Telfair County. So let's start over again. Let's go north to south. Check in on this one in Monroe County. This is Forsyth, to the north of Forsyth. A lot of lightning in this area. Severe thunderstorm warning for Lamar, southern Butts, northern Monroe, and southwestern Jasper County. We're watching this area right in here for a potential tornado headed towards the Juliet area on the county line there with Jones County. We will see what they do with that. This warning set to expire here in the next little bit. So watching that just to the north of Forsyth. Let's slide on down to the south. We also have this severe thunderstorm warning. Crawford County, we can go ahead and give you an all clear, except if you are right on the county line. So at the core of the storm in Peach County headed towards Byron. If you're in Byron right now, I would recommend being inside. It's raining pretty steadily right there, but it looks like you could have some hail inbound. Let's check out the hail size on this. Yeah, so some small hail, not quite severe hail, but the reflectivity is indicative of maybe some hail developing in the upper parts of the atmosphere. You see some of the pinks popping in there, but also watching this one for a tornado possible tag for that little notch there just to the north of Fort Valley, headed towards the Byron area. Let's check out some of the velocity on this. It's not too impressive, but not bad looking. Or it is kind of bad looking, but it's not, what's the right word? Innocent. It's not innocent as it slides towards Byron. So a severe thunderstorm warning. Byron, northern Houston County, southern Bibb County. I know we've got a lot of industrial plants here. So this is the part of 75 just south of the interchange where you get from Hartley Bridge Road down to, that's about Russell Parkway there. That's really more Hoosiers Mill Road, just before you get to Houston County. So essentially, you don't want to be traveling on 75 right now between Hartley Bridge and Hoosiers Mill Road. Warner Robins technically included in this warning, but the storm is moving in more of a northeasterly fashion, I believe. Let's check it out. Warner Robins going to get in on the action here. So yeah, more of an east-northeasterly fashion, and you can kind of see that notch there. And that's going to continue to move about like that. So let's put a track on this one. I believe this was the 30-mile-an-hour one, but let me double check just so I don't give you the wrong times. East at 35. So let's come here and select this tool, and let's say east at 35. So Byron about 243 here in the next 3 minutes. That's when you get into this most intense part of the storm here. Centerville about 251, Alberta about 256, Warner Robins about 258, so just before the 3 o'clock hour. And this would head right over the Air Force Base too, Robins Air Force Base. It would traverse that area before entering Twiggs County. Now again, the severe thunderstorm warning cuts off about halfway through Warner Robins. Robins Air Force Base not included in that just yet, and Twiggs County also not included in that just yet. So that's what we're looking at right now. Well north of Bonaire, well north of Perry, not concerned about those 2 locations right now. Severe thunderstorm watch continues for those 2 locations here for the next few hours until 9 p.m. tonight, and the warning continuing until 3:15. Let's slide on down to the south now and check out Telfair and Wheeler counties. So this is south of McRae. This is on the very southern edge of our area. Wow, okay. So we're watching between Jacksonville and McRae right now. That is a weak but tightening rotation there, just south of McRae. Let's see. Yep, and it looks the same on both sites. So between Cobbville and McRae, this is Georgia Route 132 here. It's just south of that, coming up on 149 from Cedar Park up to Scotland. So Scotland there on the Telfair-Wheeler County line, right about here, we're watching this area for some tightening but weak rotation. So typically we say broad rotation when it's rotating over a several mile area. What we're seeing here is it's not rotating very strongly, but over a shorter area there in parts of Telfair County. So an active afternoon across central Georgia. The 2 severe thunderstorm warnings here in the next 3 minutes. We'll see what they do with Monroe County. We haven't seen anything else come out yet from it. We'll see what they do there. I'm noticing a lot of lightning now in Jones County. This is from the storm that just moved through North Macon, southern Monroe County near the Bowling Brook area. That's headed towards Gray. So a lot of lightning inbound towards Gray, it looks like. And this is going to slide up towards Milledgeville. Another storm just to the south of Milledgeville. And honestly, this is what we expect with the heating of the day. The longer we see some sun, we get more instability in the atmosphere. Air parcels are able to rise. You get collisions in the atmosphere, and you get the lightning developing from the static electricity, if you will, and within the clouds. So severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. Butts, Jasper, Lamar, Monroe, even though I believe the threat is almost over in Lamar. Yeah, I'd say the tornado threat is over Lamar. It's really far northeastern Jones, southern Jasper County if we do see anything develop. We'll watch the shape of this one here that's moving into Gray. A lot of lightning there. Other severe thunderstorm warning with this storm that's near Peach County High School now, about halfway between Fort Valley and Byron. A lot of lightning, probably hearing some thunder in Byron and Warner Robins. In fact, let me pop up the Perry sky camera here and see if we can turn this to the north and check it out. So let's see, cameras. Give me just a second here to set this up. Let's see, that is looking west, so I need to turn it this way. And unfortunately, I cannot look into it because the building is right there. I cannot look north. Let me spin this around a little bit more and point it toward Warner Robins, and we might get some activity out of that. So even though I can't show you this storm just yet, let me still show you the camera to point something else out. This is the Georgia National Fairgrounds, and notice we have a lot of blue sky. That means our temperatures are going to continue to warm. That means our air becomes more unstable here, excuse me, through the next little bit, and some darker clouds beginning to show up there. Let me see if I can pan this up and see if we can get some of the clouds in here. It's just that one. So this is looking south now. Now we're looking more south. Well, I'm seeing it before you are here. But you can kind of see the edge of the storm. You'll see it right here. So this is the edge of the storm near Fort Valley, it looks like. That is moving this way, and unfortunately I can't turn the camera north because the building is right here. But you can kind of see the tall cloud tops there. And that's what we're looking at right now in Perry. Let me flip over to, all right, so we're getting a new severe thunderstorm warning now. They are going to continue this one for Monroe. This is going to be a new one for southern Jasper, southern Putnam, northern Jones, far northwestern Baldwin County, and the Berner and Julia areas part of Monroe County. So Gray, not included in this warning, getting a storm about to roll through. Threat for a tornado still possible, southern Jasper, southern Putnam County. This is northern Jones County. Once this edge of the storm clears the Monroe County line, all clear Monroe County for now, but new warning until 3:15. So for the next 30 minutes now, this is Monroe, northern Jones, southern Jasper, southwestern Putnam County. This includes Round Oak, does not include Gray. And let's check out some of the velocity on it. And yeah, so a tornado is still possible, but not nothing is jumping out at me per se. You see these higher green values and those darker green values, that could be something to watch, and that is the storm relative velocity. Also watching this one down here in gray because it's got an interesting feature on it. Let's see what that was. This is a severe thunderstorm warning now for, oh, that was the Baldwin Jones Jasper Putnam. So for our team of production, that beeping was that new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. So that is the warning now until 3:15. Again, a tornado possible out of that. So now 2 warnings going until 3:15, although we'll see what they do with this one here in Peach County and Warner Robins, because I suspect that the storm is going to outrun the warning box between now and 3:15. So we could see an extension into Twiggs County, likely to the west of Jeffersonville before 3:15, it looks like. That's what my thinking as of now, but as I can go ahead and give an all clear to Crawford County. Crawford's still included in the warning. Fort Valley is right there on the edge of the warning. All clear in Fort Valley right now. If it's raining where you are in Peach County, that's the storm. If it's not raining where you are, all clear for now. That's essentially what it boils down to. But a lot of lightning about to come across the Peach-Houston County line, about to move into Centerville, it looks like. So here is Centerville. Let's see if I can get the name to pop up here. And it's not wanting to, but here's, there it is. So here's Centerville here, here's North Houston Lake Boulevard. 96 would be just south of here. Let's see if I can get 96 to pop up. There's Carl Vinson Parkway. That's interesting. I don't think 96 is on our map. Because it would run right through here, right? Because there's the mall. This is where Target is. There's Houston Lake Road, Carl Vinson Parkway. So 96 runs right through here. For some reason, it's not popping up on our map. So the base is that way. The heaviest rain now moving down 96 towards the mall. There's Houston Lake Road, like I said, and then continuing down 96. So again, this is Warner Robins and Centerville. So there's Centerville there. Here's where Warner Robins is located here. I'm sorry, I kept saying 96. I meant to say 247. 96 is south of there. I'm not sure why I was saying that. 247 is what I meant to say when I was saying 96. So there's Warner Robins here, 247 running there. Here's the base here. Most intense part of the storm just to the south of Byron. This is Peach County between 49 and the county line right now. So 75 getting a lot of rain. Let me turn our Macon camera to the south and see if we can see this one. I suspect we probably will be able to. So let's hop over to our Atrium Navicent Health camera, and here I will have you pan along with me. Let's see here. So let's pan this over. That is actually, what are we doing here? So this is, they're updating the severe thunderstorm warning, Bibb, Houston, and Peach County. We will talk about that here in just a second. So let me pan this over really fast. And it looks like they're keeping the tornado possible tag on that. So we're going to look at this storm from the sky, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe. We're getting there. Okay. So this is going to switch now to our Atrium Health Navicent camera. Notice here's the rain. So this is southern Bibb County. This is looking from downtown Macon. And this is the storm moving into Warner Robins and Centerville right now. I'm not seeing anything visually that's jumping out at me other than just a regular storm. We'll watch for some lightning strikes within this. But this is looking south into Houston County, Warner Robins and Perry, as the storm continues to slide to the east and the northeast here over the next little bit. So severe thunderstorm warning canceled for Crawford County. Let me flip this back over to the radar here so I can show you. Canceled for Crawford County, continues for Bibb, Houston, and Peach counties for the threat of a brief spin-up tornado. We haven't declared this a tornado warning per se because there's no closed, tight rotation as of yet, but something we're watching. And actually this catches my eye right here, just to the southwest of Centerville. Notice how we get those grays and those reds right there. Not strong by any stretch of the imagination, but something we're going to continue to watch. So we've got that warning for a tornado possible. We've got this warning, actually, okay, so this is a new warning. I believe that's what the second round of beeping was. This is for Jones County and Baldwin County for the threat of a brief spin-up tornado. So that has actually some pretty good rotation on it right near Gray. This is not a tornado warning for Gray. Please do not sound the sirens in Gray. But we are watching some rotation over the Gray area. It is very broad. And for now, we're keeping the severe thunderstorm warning with the threat for a tornado possible tag on it as it moves up Route 22. So this is out of Gray into Baldwin County towards Browns Crossing. It looks like it's going to be the most intense part of the storm there. And then just to the north of it, we have this other severe thunderstorm warning that looks like it's lost its signs of rotation, which makes sense because it's kind of part of the bigger line, but on the Jasper-Gray County line, or the Jasper-Jones County line rather, moving towards Stanfordville over the next little bit. So south of Eatonton, north of Gray for that storm. The storm in Gray right now exhibiting some interesting signs. It is raining in Milledgeville right now, and you're under a severe thunderstorm warning in Milledgeville, but that is not for that storm. It is for this storm in Gray that is moving toward Milledgeville. So let's go north to south and put tracks on all of these. Let's first start off with the storm in Monroe County, or that Monroe County is part of the warning of. This is moving towards the east at 40 miles an hour. So let's hop this right in here. So near the Round Oak area now, Stanfordville about 303, Blounceville about 306, Warfield about 314, 315 in Hallwood, and 320 in Meriwether. Okay, so that's the first severe thunderstorm warning. Let's now slide down into Jones County. This is Gray, the storm that is in Gray now, and this one is moving towards the east at about 40 miles an hour as well. So let's grab our tracking tool here, say Gray, about like that. So Fortville about 255, Haddock about 258, Browns Crossing about 304, Blandy about 309, Cooper's about 312, and Milledgeville about 315 it looks like. Now let's slide down to the south. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for the storm that is almost entirely in northern Houston County. There's the Peach Houston County line right here. So it has crossed 75 now, done raining on 75. I'm very close to giving an all clear for all of Peach County, but the most intense part of the storm now over Centerville, moving towards Robins Air Force Base. So this is moving towards the Ocmulgee River. It's going to get a new scan there. It looks a little more stronger, or a little more potent, I should say. The heaviest rain and maybe some small hail moving towards Robins Air Force Base. If you are south of 96, you are good from this storm. It looks like the northern bound of it's going to be about 247 through Warner Robins. You could still see some rain south of there, but it's north of, or along and north of 247 for the most intense parts of the storm there. Headed towards Bullard there in Twiggs County, or just between Bullard and Hubbard, and eventually towards Interstate 16. So that being said, if you are in Macon and you are headed out Interstate 16 here in the next little bit, I would suggest not doing it. Let this storm roll over in Twiggs County. This is going to cross near the exit 10 to 30 range there on Interstate 16. Let that blow on through, and then we will be said and done there, and that'll be that. So we have got those three warnings, and then we're continuing to watch this here in Telfair County. This area of rotation just between, well, really just southwest of the line between Lumber City and McRae. So due south of McRae and due west of Lumber City, it looks like. Let's see. So we're getting a report now of half-inch hail in Warner Robins on Forest Lake Drive. That's the other thing. If you see anything happening, you can send me a message on Facebook. You can send me a message on Twitter. Just search Meteorologist Alex Forbes. I'm at AForbesWX on all that. You can also send a message to our 13WMAZ pages. Just look up 13WMAZ on Facebook and on Twitter. And we will be sure to relay those reports. And a note to our news team, if we get any reports of anything, if you could also pass those along to me as soon as we get them so that I can relay them to the National Weather Service, that would be fantastic. But as of now, several severe thunderstorm warnings, and we're watching this rotation in Telfair County. In fact, I think I'm going to ask the Weather Service about this rotation in Telfair County, see what their thinking is. and see what, because it does look like it's continuing. So we'll see what they say about that, see if they decide to pull the trigger on that one. So this would be moving towards the Lumber City area. But as of now, I will keep my attention up here because this is where our most populated areas are now. So 256, I believe all three of our warnings run until 3:15. This one is until 3:15. That is until 3:15. And I know this one is until 3:15. So Northern Houston County is, I'll go ahead and give an all clear for Southern Bibb and Peach County. The storm is entirely in Northern Houston County now, and it looks like it's going to outrun the warning box before 3:15. So once it's done raining in Houston County where you are, the immediate severe threat is over. Watching a few more storms develop between here and there. Let me flip this back over to our Macon camera, and you can still see the back edge of the storm. I mean, this is, I just love looking at storms from the sky. You can clearly see where the rain cuts off right there. In fact, let me take this full, and I can show you here with an arrow. If it wants to play, that is right now in Macon. You can see, well, I can't play that. Here, you know what, let me hop over to this one. Okay, because this way it doesn't cover it up. So you can see clearly right here where the rain just stops. So there's that storm there. Let me pan this camera over a little bit more. Again, this is looking south towards Warner Robins from Atrium Health Navicent. So there's the leading edge of the storm there, as it catches up here over on my other computer. So the leading edge is, well, hold on, let me pan it over just a little bit more. You'll be able to see it a little more clear. There we go. So hop back over here, it's going to pan over here, and there it is. You can see the leading edge of the storm right in there. Okay, so an update now to the severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe County is canceled. It still continues for areas to the east of Monroe County, but you can see Monroe County has been cleared out of the warning here. You can see that white, the northern one, that white animation there. That's what we are getting out of that. So here is this Monroe County one here. So southern Jasper, northern Jones, southwestern Putnam, and far northwestern Baldwin County. The rest of Baldwin County and a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm near Gray. Let me check in on some of the velocities for this. Does look a little interesting, and in fact, okay. So a new severe thunderstorm warning now. This is going to be for Houston and Twiggs County for that storm that I was just talking about that's going to outrun the severe thunderstorm warning box. So again, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible for this Warner Robins storm moving towards Jeffersonville. So if you're in Jeffersonville, now's the time to head inside. Threat for damaging winds and some small hail. Again, a tornado possible tag will be included on this warning as well, as you can see there in that white box. So continuing to watch that storm near Warner Robins, moving towards Jeffersonville, eventually towards Wilkinson County, but as of now, a new severe thunderstorm warning for far northeastern Houston County, essentially from Houston Lake Boulevard over to the Ocmulgee River. Most intense parts of the storm about to move over Robins Air Force Base. And that is what we're looking at now. We have received reports of hail in Warner Robins, about a ½ inch in diameter. We got that from the emergency manager down there. This headed towards Interstate 16. And again, that's the storm we've been watching here on our camera from Atrium Health Navicent. Let me go to this one. That is this storm here. So we're looking in the general direction of Warner Robins and Twiggs County, and we're watching that move to the east there. So 77 degrees, the current number in Macon. On December 30th at 3 p.m. We broke a record today, by the way. We got up to 82 degrees at Middle Georgia Regional Airport. I'm sure this rain will cool that off, but we're still seeing lots of sun across the area. So severe thunderstorm warning, continue Houston County is what we just got in. Let's see what this is. So they have quite literally trimmed Houston County as far down as they can get it. All clear in Centerville, it looks like. Here's Warner Robins. There's Robins Air Force Base, the most intense part of the storm there. Moving past, the structure of it looks a little better, not as conducive for tornadoes. It doesn't have as tight of an arc on it as it once did. So that is moving again towards Jeffersonville. We do have one little storm that is now moving into Macon. That does not have any lightning associated with it. Oh, what is this? I heard some, okay. That is not for us. No lightning associated with it. So if you're in Bibb County right now, mainly South Macon, south of downtown between 475 and 75 near Pinanota, seeing some rain there, but that is not part of a severe thunderstorm. It is this right in here. So here's the southern interchange. There's 75. Pinanota runs up about like that, right through there. It's just some heavy rain there. If you're hearing thunder, it's from the storm that's down near Warner Robins. So, watching this storm in Jones County, got another storm in Baldwin County. There is the southern Jasper, northern Jones County, southern Putnam County storm. So 4 active severe thunderstorm warnings. We are going to lose these 2 at 3:15. We're going to lose this small one for Warner Robins by 3:15. I think we'll lose it before 3:15 though. And then this one for Houston and Twiggs running until 3:30. All 4 of these severe thunderstorm warnings have tornado possible tags on them because we've seen signs of rotation in that. And just to draw your attention out here, we're not done with this. See there in Lamar County, some dark greens and light greens. There on the Pike, Meriwether County line. We've got a lot of small circulations that we're going to be following through the afternoon hours that we're going to have to keep an eye on. And you look back here into Alabama, and we got more severe thunderstorm warnings. One just south of Montgomery, includes parts of Montgomery County and Lowndes County. You got another one up near Tuskegee, right there near Maxwell Air Force Base. You get Tallapoosa, Macon, and Lee counties. Tuskegee there is just to the south. So we are in for a long afternoon here in central Georgia. All of the yellow shaded counties here are this severe thunderstorm watch that's going to run until 9 p.m. tonight. Again, for the threat of damaging winds, maybe a brief spin-up tornado, and some small hail. So that is what we are watching. We do have a flash flood warning up towards Metro Atlanta. The front really sat there through the overnight hours, so that's why we've got a flash flood warning up there. And then again, the severe thunderstorms to the south of that. Watching another storm develop now, southern Crawford County, another one in coming across the Taylor County line. Those look like they're developing. And the one I've been watching in Telfair County looks like it's about to cross into Toombs County. So let's, I don't think I heard back from the Weather Service on that, but let me check in on it and see. The rotation is still very much there on that one. You see where the reds and greens come together there. This little area. So that's what we're going to be watching through the next little bit. Let me blow this up just a little bit so that you can see it. It's this area right in there that we're watching between, it's almost between Lumber City and McRae. Let me see if I can grab my little tool here. Here we go. It's that right there that we're watching in parts of Telfair County. So a significant weather advisory in effect for that as it continues to move probably just to the north of Lumber City, far southern Toombs County. And that is not the only storm in that area that we've seen exhibit signs of rotation today. So also watching one just to the north of Fitzgerald there. So let me run back up here, make sure we're all good on all of these. Yes, nothing jumping out at me just yet. Again, if you see anything and you can safely take a picture of it, please do it and send it to us. We would be grateful for that. We would share it here on Facebook Live and on YouTube and on our website through the evening hours tonight. Again, you can send it to my Facebook page. You can just search Meteorologist Alex Forbes. You can send it to the 13WMAZ Facebook page. Just search 13WMAZ. We're also both on Facebook and Twitter. And we will pass those along if you get any interesting pictures or information. So please be sure to do that. Again, the severe thunderstorm watch in this yellow shaded area running until 9 p.m. tonight. Let's see. So I'm scrolling through my Facebook messages right now. Alana Cooper had some hail not too long ago. Just a minute ago, still coming down. That was at 2:49, so about 10 minutes ago, and I believe she's in northern Houston County. Let's see. Got a picture of some hail, Berkeley Circle near Watson Boulevard, Kroger. Yeah, it looks like it's sticking on the ground there from Steph Ford. And Norma Powell Looks like I tried to send something, but I don't think it's stuck. Oh, it's a video. Okay, here comes the video. Yes, so some hail there in Houston County. Getting pictures of that. Let me see, check in on this, and we are still good here. So, again, you're looking at four severe thunderstorm warnings technically on your screen. We're going to lose the northern two, the one that's highlighted, Baldwin, Jones, and Wilkinson County. That one's going to expire here in the next 9 minutes. We're also going to expire the one in Jasper and Putnam counties, also far northern Jones and Baldwin counties. That one expires at 3:15, and then the one in Twiggs County, right there crossing the Ocmulgee River in Houston County, the one that produced the hail in Warner Robins, that one expires at 3:30. And all three of these, again, the threat of a tornado possible tag on all three of those. So, an interesting afternoon across central Georgia, to say the least. Let me see here. I'm hopping over to the 13WMAZ Facebook page to see some of your questions or some of your reports. Give me just a second here to pull this up. So quarter-size hail in Byron, decent hail in Warner Robins a few minutes ago. Yeah, that looks like about a quarter, about the size of a quarter. Let's see here. Yeah, so about golf ball sized hail as well. Thank you for everybody sending in pictures. It helps us know like what we're looking at. Okay, so an update you just saw pop up on your screen. Jones County, the gray area has been removed from the severe thunderstorm warning. This is now just for Baldwin County and almost all of Baldwin County. Let me switch radars here really fast. Here we go. So this is the update here for Milledgeville. As it spazzes out on me. Again, threat of a tornado possible. Check in on some of the velocity on this. Nothing jumping out at me. Oh, that area kinda, but that's not co-located with any rain. So a threat of a tornado possible tag on the storm in Baldwin County. That's why we have, that's why we have this text right here. The tornado possible, we'll be watching near Coopers, but nothing imminent, it looks like. So let me check in. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this warning, the Baldwin, Jones, Jasper, Putnam. That's set to expire here in the next 5 minutes. I do think our strongest storm right now is this storm coming out of Warner Robins into Jeffersonville. A lot of lightning right now, probably near Robins Air Force Base. And so there's the county line there between Houston and Twiggs. So this moving towards Interstate 16. It looks like some hail is likely going to cross Interstate 16. So this is going to be 16 between Highway 96, that's exit 24, I believe. 24. And quite honestly, probably Segota Road. Yeah, so between 12 and 24, exits 12 and 24, looks like there's some hail that's about to cross Interstate 16. We've seen tons of pictures out of it from Houston County. What is going on here? Let's see. All right, they're talking about storms that are about to come across the Georgia-Alabama line. So let's check in on those because those would be headed in the general direction. We do have this severe thunderstorm warning. That's currently in Alabama. That's Lee County. That's near Auburn. That would be here in the next 2 to 3 hours. That's part of the line that is moving in the general direction, but also several of these down here that we're watching. let me see here. Let me look at something really fast. See how the velocities here on that one, because I'm noting that they don't have tornado possible tags on these. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of rotation in those. So good, for a good reason they don't have tornado warning possible tags on these. I get nothing really jumping out there. Look at the, yeah, so I think we're in, not necessarily in the clear, but we don't have an imminent threat of a tornado there in Twiggs County. I should point out this initial severe thunderstorm warning in Warner Robins. In fact, I can go ahead and give an all clear for Houston County. For right now, this is an all clear for Houston County as the storm is crossing the Ocmulgee River. So it looks like the worst of it is past Robins Air Force Base. This warning is not even raining inside the warning there. So this storm now firmly into Twiggs County. So let's look downstream a little bit. This is the one moving towards the northeast at about 35. Let's get this here and track it about like that. So Jeffersonville 321 district path, it would be just on the edge there at about 323. Should stay to the north of the Danville area, it looks like. And then this one here, this severe thunderstorm warning will expire here in the next 3 minutes. This one's going to go until 3:15 as well. That's Baldwin County. Let me dig into this one a little bit more. Yeah, some broad signs of rotation, but nothing tight nor impressive. Yeah, so really, I mean, this one down near Telfair County is the one to watch. I keep highlighting this because this one is the only one with solid rotation, but it's just broad. It's that area right in there. No severe thunderstorm warning on this one because the winds aren't strong enough for it. That's why we just have a special weather statement. And that means they're just watching it for the enhanced risk of a brief tornado. So, let's see. So, getting some more pictures now of Centerville, some hail that's bigger than quarter size. Hailing in Byron today. Yes, there's a video. Hail on Dunbar Road in Warner Robins. That was from earlier. Let me hop over here. Stephen Collins posting a video of some hail in Warner Robins. If I'm not mistaken, that looks like Walmart. I believe that was in the Walmart parking lot. And I would show you this if I could, but I can't get this into our system here. So that's Telfair County. Let's go back up toward Macon and Warner Robins. So again, severe thunderstorm watch goes in effect until 9 p.m. tonight. In just a minute, we are going to lose these two warnings here in the next few seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there go those warnings. So now we are down to one severe thunderstorm warning for Twiggs County for the next 15 minutes. Threat of a tornado possible with this. As it moves toward the northeast. Or east-northeast, I should say. So we'll put a track on it about like that. So Jeffersonville about 326, district path about 326. And this is moving closer to our radar site. So the storm might look like it weakens a little once it gets really close, but I have not seen any signs of weakening yet. So if it does look like that, that's why. That's just how the radar works. So again, all the other severe thunderstorm warnings have expired for now. We will likely be seeing more of them as we head into the evening hours tonight, with maybe even a tornado warning thrown in here or there. I am noting, just looking at the screen, that a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued just to the west of Upson County. This is Harris, Meriwether, and Troup. That is just across the Georgia state line. So 60-mile-an-hour winds with that storm and hail less than an inch in diameter. Let's check in on the hail on this storm over near Twiggs County. You can see a little bit there just to the west of or to the east of the base, just over an inch in diameter. So there's Robins Air Force Base here. Let me see if I can back this up as to when it was over Warner Robins. So what I'm noticing is we've seen hail greater than an inch in diameter. I've seen pictures of it. And it doesn't look like the radar's picked up on it. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of money into that. I'd say it's bigger than that. I would say this is a severe thunderstorm warning for an inch in diameter hail. So yeah, that is the only warning now for Twiggs County. Technically, Houston's still included in that, but I've given an all clear to Houston County. We'll see if they trim Houston County out of that in just a moment. So an interesting thing to note from the Weather Service on Telfair, they're keeping an eye on it, but the nature of those storms have minor rotation, but it's pretty shallow. What that means is that it's not vertically stacked. It means it's only happening right near the ground, and that's it. It's not happening throughout the storm, which makes sense. So we're still seeing it there, right near Lumber City, but it's not, it's only happening near the surface. It's not happening up in the storm, so that makes sense. And in fact, let me see, I don't know if I can do this, but let me find out. I can do this. Tilt the elevation up. Yeah, I see what they're saying. So there's -5. That's 7. Let's keep it there. Yeah, I definitely see what they're saying. So that makes sense. Okay, so next 12 minutes, we've got this severe thunderstorm warning. And then we'll turn our attention over here and watch this one. So a severe thunderstorm warning for Houston and Twiggs. I'm going to take a quick break here. We're going to leave the stream running because this warning goes for the next 10 minutes. I just need to update some stuff on my end, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so it looks like we've got the audio issues figured out. Severe thunderstorm warning, next 10 minutes, Twiggs County. They were talking about the newscast for tonight, so not a problem. Some behind-the-scenes action there. So here we go with Twiggs County. Houston included in the warning, but not really too concerned about there. So getting an update on the Telfair County storm. It looks like a brief tornado is still possible there. The most intense part of this storm here, let me do some pixel query here on the wind. So this is crossing Interstate 16 now, about 50 miles an hour. And that's a little up in the atmosphere. That's about probably 300 to 400 feet up because the radar site is quite literally right there. Yeah, so that's, I think, what we're, okay. I'm just making sure we're still all good on everything. So this warning is the only one that's left. Next 9 minutes for Jeffersonville. And once we get through that, hopefully we'll catch a break before these storms over here roll into central Georgia, and they will pose, again, a severe weather risk. I'm noticing, though, that none of these storms have tornado possible tags on them. Hold on, I just heard a ding from the weather service. Okay, they were just talking about these storms over here. So some broad rotation in those, but this one is the only one with the enhanced risk of a brief tornado possible tag on it. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me about that. So 8 minutes here for Twiggs County. It's really a flip of a coin whether or not they extend this warning. It could be extended into southern Wilkinson County towards the Nicholsville area, just to the north of Danville, maybe even into parts of northern Lawrence County. But I don't see the reason a reason for that just yet. Let me hop. I'm checking in on the Birmingham National Weather Service just to see what's going on over there. It looks like there's penny-sized hail happening in Alabama, but also there's this one severe thunderstorm warning that has hail for almost 2 inches in diameter. So we could be looking at large hail through the evening tonight. It is the storm that's in Barber County. Again, that's over in Alabama. You might be wondering why I'm looking over there. It's because the storms over there are coming over here eventually. I wonder if it's, yeah, so it's this one here. So this would actually slide to the south of our area, but it looks like 2-inch size hail is in that one. Oh yeah, I see where they're talking about here. This is not far from Brundage, I think. Yeah, I definitely see what they're talking about there. But it looks like it would be to the south of central Georgia. So hail about 2 inches in diameter will be possible out of that one. And again, some more hail on these over in Alabama. As of now, the only storm with hail in central Georgia is this one in Twiggs County, and it's not quite severe level hail. Or, quite honestly, even severe level wind. See if it, yeah, so that's strange. I was just wondering why that little blip there was over the Houston County line, but there's no rain there, so that would be why. So there's the severe thunderstorm warning. Let me get the warning box to pop up here. If I click that, it will come up. 3:30 is what it runs until, so we're going to see if they extend that or if they expire that. For everyone else, we do have this severe thunderstorm watch that runs until 9 p.m. for the whole area, excluding Jasper and Putnam County. Once the line moves south, I suspect we'll see counties cleared out of that. Monroe, Jones, Baldwin, Hancock, Washington, Upson, Pike, they're going to be the first to go. And then as the line slides through, we'll see more and more disappear off of the map. And that is where things stand now. So we've been on Facebook Live here for a little while. Let me see when we came on. It would have been this storm since 2:18. So for about an hour, we've been on Facebook Live. Getting reports of hail out of North Harris County. So that's just outside of, that's in Columbus, or near Columbus. Columbus is in Muskogee County. So some hail with this storm coming across the Alabama state line. This storm, our severe thunderstorm warning, is about to outrun the severe thunderstorm warning box. And let me just do one last check here. If it looks okay, which, ooh, I think they might reissue that for some hail. Let's see. That is Alabama. Let's see what they have there. Yeah, I think they're going to reissue it for hail. So I think the warning will expire at 3:30, but I think it's going to be extended now. So probably looking at a severe thunderstorm warning coming soon for Wilkinson, Lawrence, maybe even Johnson and Washington counties. We'll see how far they draw it. It'll be here within the next 5 minutes if they do it, but again, that hail size is a little more interesting. The storms that were severe now moving into Washington County from Baldwin County. There is still a little notch right there near the Baldwin County line and a little bit of rotation right there. Let me, again, do what I did last time and look up in the atmosphere. This is kind of neat. So what I'm going to do is look further up, and it is very shallow. So the rotation only happening there at the surface, it looks like. So we will see what they do. 4 more minutes, and we will get a decision on that. Let me hop back over here, see if we have any more pictures. On my page, if you send a message to Meteorologist Alex Forbes, Norma sending some videos from Byron. Thank you for sending those, Norma. It does look like some hail with the Christmas lights there, of course. Alana Cooper from Amber Drive in Byron, looking toward the interstate. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good storm that rolled through there about 30 to 45 minutes ago. Michelle said it was hailing in gray. Yep, that's why we had that severe thunderstorm warning there. Let's see. Hop back over here to the 13 WMAZ page and see if we have any pictures. Yeah, so a lot of hail it looks like. So did see that today. Let's see. I'm not seeing any pictures of trees down, which is a good sign, because we did have some strong winds roll through Warner Robins. But if you see anything, if you see a picture or see a tree down, take a picture of it, send it to us so that we can get that passed over to the Weather Service. Let's see here. Yeah, and so it looks like a lot of hail pictures. So, you know, you get hail moving over the most populated parts of our area, and that's what we're going to expect. We are seeing some more rain move into northern Houston County now. Not a severe thunderstorm. Also some more rain moving in toward the north of Fort Valley up 49 towards Byron in your area in the next little bit. That does not have any hail associated with it either, as of yet. Could it develop it? Sure. We're in the atmosphere today that we could develop it. And we'll see. So, yeah, the only hail right now in Twiggs County. So we've got about a minute left, about 55 seconds left on this warning. Andrew, who's running our stream, did a fantastic job. Thank you for running it. We will be hopping off the stream here in the next 45 seconds if they don't reissue it, which I have not received anything from the Weather Service on whether they will or will not. But it does look like, because we're coming up on 30 seconds left on the warning, that this will be the expiration of the last severe thunderstorm warning for now. We could see more through the afternoon hours. Again, the severe thunderstorm watch is going to run until 9 p.m. for the entire area. I do expect it to be cleared, though, as the storms roll through. So at 9 p.m. is when it's all gone, but I suspect it'll be canceled across the area before 9 p.m. So we're going to lose this warning here in about 5 seconds. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And so there goes the warning. So we no longer have any severe thunderstorm warnings active for central Georgia. At this point, we're going to go ahead and sign off the Facebook Live. I don't think we're done for the evening. Be sure to check back for updates. We'll be here through the night tonight. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Killed it yet. Sorry, they just reissued the warning. So they let it go and then they just came back with it. Let me make sure.